So I've got you all the command only blocks that I could find. This is kind of most of them, if I'm not mistaken. You do have to worry about these two because I do not know them fully. I can get that in a second. But you also have this one where I don't actually know what they fully do. I just know somewhat of what they do. So we'll just get started. We're going to get started with our most popular one. It is the command block. Now, there are 4 different variations of the command block, and there's a bunch of different ways you can use them. So you got impulse, chain, not conditional, repeating, and then a minecart one. Command block and a minecart. Now, this is the oddest one. It just functions like all of these. So I'm just going to throw this one out. So we're going to start with the impulse command block. So the impulse command block basically works where you just want one pulse of one. So say, let's grab a lever right here. Then you say you want to slash give. You don't even have to type in slash, you just have to type in give at P. Command, or we'll go stone. Then you'll flick your lever, and voila, you get stone. Now, this can be used for a lot of different things, like the particle command, or let's say a scoreboard, or stuff like that. But it can also be used for giving attributes to someone, like effects. And those are like the main uses. And then you can change it into any of the 3 here. You cannot change it into a command block and a minecart. That is not possible. Nor can you craft a command block and a minecart, which would just be silly if you could. But the way you get one of these command blocks is you type in slash give at P and then command block. This just gives you a command block, and you're going to basically use that command to get every single one of these blocks. And there are a few like extra blocks that use like tags at the end, but this is it. So then you've just got this. You've got a bunch of options. I showed you all these. You can, in fact, say for like a let's say free stone, and then when you leave and you hover over it, you'll see a free sign of free stone. And a cool thing you can do with command blocks is you can even add a delay and ticks. You can make it always active, so it doesn't need the lever. But with an impulse command block, you're kind of going to want it as a needs redstone. And then conditional and unconditional. So the way this works is if they're in a line, and this one's more used for the chain command block, if they're in a line and this one activates, it will have to, the previous command will have to have like executed properly. So like it would have had to give me stone for the next command block that was conditional to give me stone or give me something else. So then you can cancel anything you want if you need more space to see what you're typing out, because some commands get out big like this. You can get it all the way over here. As you can see, many different lines. And then we'll just destroy that. So for the second one, we're going to actually jump over the chain command block, and we're going to head to the repeating command block. Now, this one is good for when you want something to repeat over and over again on like intervals. So put it unconditional. If you want to say slash, let's go TP at E type equals armor underscore stand then to tilde, tilde, or tilde 1, tilde. As you can see, it gets too big. So like this. And then you turn it to always active. First off, you have to find yourself an armor stand. I don't think any are loaded right now, but if I place in a armor stand, there it is. There it is. It'll put the armor stand right above, and no matter what I do, it'll always be there. So as you can see, I can place a bunch over here. It'll always TP them right to that spot. And it gives you a little cool umbrella if you put it right. Maybe you put a few chest plates on them. So if you just want to deactivate it for a second, break all these. This can cause you a lot of lag on your world, which is kind of why this delay in ticks exists. So say I want it to be 10 ticks delays. If I place an armor stand and give it some armor, like this, and then I do this, then I do this, and then so on and so forth. So here, 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 and then one more right there. If I do that and turn this all on to always active, you'll see, gets a little jump in it. Then if I want it to be a little longer, I can turn it to 106 and set it to, we'll go 20 blocks up, as you can see. It waits 20 ticks, and then it fires up. There you are. And you can use this for any build you want. There it is. You can use this even for the particle or camera commands, which are really useful. I won't show you here, but I probably will link them in the card up above. But once you're done with this, or done having fun with this one, we can jump to the chain command. We'll just throw these out. So the chain command block, actually I'll throw this one out too, and this one. Should I throw it up this way? So the chain command block is good for when you want a bunch of different commands to function in like a group. So say here we go. We'll wait for this. Okay. So say you want to delete whatever this says, and do, we'll go give at p, we'll go stone. Then we're going to make this 0, and then you're going to also want to probably not have that as always active. But then, when you have this, you can do /clear at p stone. And then you turn it to conditional. I think you can also limit it to 1. So then when you do always active, see how it's I think this actually might be the data number. There it is. See how it's clearing it? So this would lag your world if you did this on yours. I'm on an actual computer, so it won't. But you'll see this is running even though it's not actually powered. But it's only running on the same chance that this is can give me something. So if I change this to clear FP stone, this won't run anymore. I mean, it won't say it's not running, but it won't run. And also, all the command blocks have this. So, for the next one, I know I'm tossing all these items. You can do this one, but this is basically the same thing. as the repeat command block. It's just forcefully in the repeat command block. So this one is the structure block. Now, the structure block has 4 different states, just like command block, but for the structure block, they're all useful. So, we got save state, or I'll call it save mode. They call it modes. So, there are four modes: save, load, corner, and 3D export. Now, the first one, save. This will allow you to save a big chunk of area. So, big, like, area that you want. So, say I want here. And then I say temp. Then we're just gonna, this part's just the basic part of it. Then you scroll down. Save in memory. Remove blocks. You can remove all the blocks. You can include entities if you have entities in there. So, say I throw, let's throw a chicken in there. If I save the entity, save. You can also change the size that you want to save. So, say I want 10 by 10. You do have to watch out. There is a limit on how big these things can get. But as long as you stay within like this parameter, you'll see it'll give me a big bounty box like this one already has. But anything within this range, if I hit save, would save. Even that chicken, because I have to include entities. So I'll just place the chicken in here. And then we'll do a save. Add the chicken. So then when I want to place it, we'll show that in a second. Then you're going to, I forgot to mention, this is your offset. So say you don't want it one block below like this, because this isn't actually starting at where the structure block is. It's starting down here. As you can see, the green line continues to right there. So this is the bounding box. So the way you change that, so it starts here, is you change the offset of the Y to 0. And 0, 0, 0 will be where the structure block is. And then if you want to change it to, say, 1, 10, you'll be way over there. I swear this thing is going to be a pain every time. You'll change it to way over here, as you can see. But we'll just leave that there. We'll break it. Now, we're going to go to the second one. We are going to go to the load one. Now, load, you probably also want to change the offset to 0, 0, 0. And then you want to, let's see, temp. And it'll always fill in this my structure temp. So just hit load. And you'll see, because it saved the grass, and that's the main reason why I wanted to remove it, but I just didn't. As you can see, it saved everything in here, including the baby chicken. And then it basically can move anything you want. That's kind of the intent of all of this. So, basically it just copies an area and then moves it. It's good for moving it somewhere else. And you can even, I'll grab this one. I don't think it's going to want me to. We're just going to do load like this. So how we have a test, or we can change it to temp. I had a test for the last one. So temp, right there, you'll see. You can change the rotation. I don't quite know seed offhand and integrity, but rotation, change it 90 degrees. And we'll move it up 1, just so we don't have to replace this structure block every time. Then you're going to animation mode. You can have it placed layer by layer. So you'll see. Now it might have been a little funky. So we'll just change this. Well, as you can see first, before I remove this, it does not remove entities, which is kind of, it's okay, but it sometimes isn't the best. But it does rotate it can rotate the entire build. So see how it was facing that way? Now it's facing this way. Or, well, now it's facing this way. So the other thing you can do is still rotate it all the way to 270. Because if you rotate it 360, you're just going to get it back. You might want to change the animation time if you're going to change the animation mode. So say 10 seconds. Then you can mirror the X and Y. So we'll just load. As you can see, it's placing it layer by layer. And then I'll just load another one just to show you that I can do another one. We're going to do temp. We're going to lift it up by 1. So 1 block up. You can have waterlocked blocks on. I forget about these. Or you can remove all blocks from the thing. Include entities. I'll just take all entities off. Rotation, animation. You can have it placed by block. So we'll go 10. Or actually we'll go 20. 10. 10 seems like a better number. Load. As you can see, look at that. That is problematic because for some reason, I don't know why it likes to do that. It wants to break these or destroy entities if you place layer by layer. So I could try to include entities because I don't think Bedrock counts those as. So it does. That's weird. So Bedrock structure blocks counted as an entity, but it's not considered an entity. Item frames are usually not considered an entity in Bedrock Edition, but apparently to a structure block, they function the exact same. So, there. Now, we have 2 other structure block like item versions or modes that you can use. The most important one you're probably going to ever use is corner. Corner is so much, it's really useful if you know like your bounty box you want to copy. So, say you got your save mode here, right there. We're going to change it to temp again. This will just override whatever temp was. Then we're going to use this big detect button, but we're not going to use it yet. We're going to go all the way over here. I don't need so many structure blocks. We're going to go all the way over here, and then we're going to go up, 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 up. And then we're going to place a structure block here. And then put it in corner mode. Name it temp. Now, what we're going to do here to actually fully use it is we're going to hit detect. As you can see, it only saves the blocks above that range and between there. So this corner, it goes off this corner and hits the top corner over here. So then I've got it all saved to where I want it. Maybe I want to set it 1 lower. We'll change this to 11 and then 0. As you can see, everything else is in the bounty box. You'll hit save and you'll just load it there. So we'll just reload it. Place. As you can see, It's placing everything. A lot of those structures won't fully do it. There it is. And I think it's done. As you can see, all of it's placed except for the item frames, because apparently item frames just don't like to work through structure blocks, not well at least. But that's kind of it for the structure block. The third one is 3D export, which is kind of just save, like a save mode, but it's also made for like getting it outside the game, so you can save it for someone, like some other world. Say you want to move it over to another world, this is your way of doing that. You use 3D export, hit export, and then you can also import the same same one of these. It's just basically it's just save. As you can see, it's just literally save. Now we're gonna break this because we're now getting to one decent item for map making, and then I don't know the other two. I'll show you how to get the other two. Now, we got the light block. There are 15 stages to this one, or 16 including the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you can guess why I'm counting one ahead. That's not in air. That's because it starts at 0 light level and then goes to 15. So 0 is the first one. Now, the way you get one of these, same way, but something I want to show you is if you do /set block, tilde, 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 light block, it'll be the first thing you should get. Then you do a square bracket, block light level equals, and then it gives you a choice of any of these options. So 0 through 15. So say I want 15. Maybe I actually finish the command, and there, with a square bracket, you'll place it like that. In nighttime, I'll actually probably go to nighttime. Midnight. If you go to that, it'll give off the light you actually left it at. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. As you can see, it got bigger as the light levels went on. This just changes light levels artificially for you. So if you want to use that for your maps, it's really useful. Now, we've got the structure void and the jigsaw block. I have no clue how to use these, and I probably won't want to figure it out because this is what it looks like on the inside, and that's not as intuitive as you think it is. I mean, it is kind of intuitive, but I'd rather not ever use these. Structure void I've never had to use, but it is kind of weird. Now, we'll get to the useful ones for Bedrock Edition, and I think they're limited to Bedrock Edition. We got allow, deny. This one's not limited to Bedrock Edition, but border. I'll actually flip these two around. So, we're going to start with allow and deny. Now, allow is for adventure mode. Now, it can also be used to counter denies effects. So it'll allow will let anyone in adventure mode break every block on top of it. So if you place blocks like this, and then I go into adventure mode / game mode, adventure mode. So you can't break any other block, but if you go right above the allow block, you'll see this bounding box. You can dig right onto it, and you can even place any way up, all the way to the sky limit, as long as you're above the allow block. Now, deny is the exact opposite, as the name implies, but it blocks players in survival from placing and breaking blocks. And it counteracts I'm using a big word. It blocks the effects of the allow block. So if you were to place like this, I'll just show you how these work. So you'll see if I'm in survival, you can't mine this, and you technically can't mine any of these two either. But if I want to, I can break this block, but I can't break that block. And in adventure mode, the same rules apply. You also can't place above these, so they're good. These are both good for map making. But the last thing that is kind of Bedrock exclusive, these two kind of function together. So I'll remove a lot of these items from inventory, but you have the border block and the barrier block. Now, first I want to brighten it up so we can see better. We'll go to daytime. So border block, as I have set up here, will not allow any player, survival or adventure mode, to cross, no matter how hard you try. I'm even opt. That's how powerful this is. You can't cross over, and I don't believe you can cross under. Nor can you break blocks across like this. So see, this is where the border block is. This is where it's not. So see how I can start to break it? If I wanted to, I could break it from here. But you cannot break the blocks on top of it, or if you're reaching across it or above it, you can't break them. You also can't go underneath and try to break them. As you can see, can't go underneath, and it would be the same rules as trying to go above. You just get stopped right away. Now, this is good for if you don't want to spam barrier blocks all over. So, because barrier blocks kind of do the same thing, but they do exactly the same thing, but they don't block blocks movement above or below. Though, barrier blocks can stop ender pearls. Border blocks cannot stop ender pearls. Ender pearls will just send you to the other side. Barrier blocks will stop ender pearls from going through, except for maybe a little glitch if you go like this. So you go like this, you can go right through them. I think, yep, you can go right through them, but that's just because Bedrock has a few cool glitches that you can go through. But other than that, they can't get you through a wall. So you might just want to double layer if you're going to do a barrier like this, and then you can't really go through. I mean, I can jump over, but that's because I don't have a 3 high. But see, you just can't go through. You'll just get stopped. But then you can just go right over. So that's the only downside to these two blocks is ender pearls kind of break them or make them kind of useless. But they are good for adventure maps. Barrier blocks are better for, say you want invisible parkour. So we'll go here. Or, yeah. So like this. So you can't see the other block. I can, because I'm in creative. You'll see I can land. And then, say you want another one, you try to land there. Now, border blocks are better for sectioning off things. And they do block Elytra. So Elytra cannot go through them either. But you'll see here. Say you want an invisible maze. Border blocks are probably your thing. If you don't want it layered. That's the only problem is if you don't want it layered. Now I don't know if allow blocks or deny blocks can counteract these or counter these. So you could go under or not. But I don't think they do. But other than that, that's practically it for all of the items that can only be got like got from commands. There are a few that are like adventure mode only, but they are just like it's just a tag. So like it's a can break or can destroy, or it's a can destroy and can place. So if you want to see how to do those, comment down below and get this video to like 20 plus likes. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this little video and have a great day. Bye.